And we are live. What's good, people? It's your man DL saying, how y'all doing? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. Welcome. Y'all know what I'm doing. Just wanted to check the sound. Everything is good. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Yo, just right off rip, I wanted to say this is not a hit piece or anything like that. This is definitely the stuff that's going on in the manosphere. This is a teachable moment. Shout out to Donovan Sharpe, FRESH&FIT. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Right. This is a teachable moment, y'all. This is something. I saw this video a couple of days ago, and when I saw it, I sent it to Fresh. And then right off rip, I'm like, yo, I definitely want to review this for a bunch of reasons we'll get into as we start this process, right? As we react to this. Sister Candace in the chat right off rip had a good question, and this is why you got to have good people around you. You got to have strong folks with you. Just the way we see things. So Sister Candace was like, good afternoon. Is Donovan a live guest on the show, or are you just reacting to his content? And yeah, I didn't even. And then I looked at the title again. I'm like, oh shit! So I immediately went in and I edited the title. This is a reaction video, guys. I've never met Donovan Sharpe in person. I haven't met him yet. I'm I'm certain our paths will cross at some point. Just haven't met him yet. But this video, man. First of all, shout out to Donovan Sharpe for putting this video out here. You want to talk about being transparent and opening yourself up, being vulnerable, right? That's exactly what I saw in this video. This brother came through and, like he said, he wanted to get something off his chest, and he absolutely did it. He told all about what's going on, because that's one of the things that was out there. It was lightweight, the elephant in the room. What happened between FRESH&FIT and Kevin Samuels? I mean, people would always ask. I know a lot of folks would come up and ask me. And yeah, I knew a little bit, but I was just like, I don't know. It wasn't my place to say anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it ain't my place to say anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just, these my guys right here. I rock with these dudes right here. My answer was standard. I've never met Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This is, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Donovan was right in the middle, as we're going to see as we react to this video. You know what I mean? What's good, fam? How you feeling? How you feeling, bro? Brothers, Sink is in the house, man. Shout out to you, bro. This is something I'm always harping on, man. When anyone who talks to me, this is one of the most integral things of the way I do business, right? Self-assessment, right, and learning. Generally, when I'm talking about that, I'm learning from myself. But, you know what I mean? When other folks put out, tools that can help you grow, you should absolutely learn from it, man. This is game footage. That's how I look at it, man, for those who play sports. Man, this is game footage right here, bro. We're going to sit down. We're going to break it down. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on out here in these YouTube streets, bro. And there's a lot of reasons as to why this stuff is going on. But the number one reason, which is always the number one reason, is money, bro. That's what it boils down to, man. Money. Right? So we're going to get into it, bro. Yeah, Brother Donovan kept it 100 on this, y'all. He really did. And this is what YouTube is all about, man. You get these platforms, you build this stuff up. You can really learn. You can really learn. All you got to do is sit back and watch, man. You can really learn. And I'm constantly watching. I'm out there, bro. I'm starting to get into different spaces on YouTube and really seeing what's out there. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You got to get up to speed. You know what I mean? Even with your individual platform, you got to go out there. You got to compare yourself to other platforms. How can I get better? You know what I mean? How can I get better content? Am I helping people? You know what I mean? Is this a good thing? These are questions I ask myself every single day. You know what I mean? It's like Andrew Tate says, bro, it's player versus player out there, man. It really is. Like, you can team up, you know what I mean? You can click up and do whatever and work together, but it's player versus player, man. And, choosing your allies, bro, that's a real important thing. That can make or break you. It really can. And we saw it. We saw it almost break FRESH&FIT. We saw it. So let's get into this, y'all. So this video, like, this is Donovan Sharpe. Y'all know who Donovan Sharpe is, bro. He's a pillar in the manosphere in the red pill world. He's been out here putting in work for a long time. Donovan Sharpe is one of the first people I came across, when I went down this rabbit hole of the manosphere, red pill world and all this kind of stuff. Donovan Sharpe, Rich Cooper, Rollo Tomasi, just to name a few. Those are the names that came up. It was a while before I came across Fresh and Fit. I came across Kevin Samuels before I came across Fresh and Fit. So, there's tons of creators in that space. Coach Greg Adams, Coach Red Pill. Later on, I came across George Gammon, who was Red Pill financial guy. Shout out to Rebel Capitalist. That's if y'all not going over there watching what he's doing, y'all need to. Y'all really need to. And of course, the list goes on and on and on. Right? There are tons of people out here doing this, bro, and there's gonna be millions more as we move forward. So yeah, man, I'm definitely a freshman in the game, man. I'm a rookie. I'm the FNG 100. I'm definitely the new guy in this space. But I don't care. I'm airborne, man. I jump in, bro. Like, I go feet first. It is what it is. I'm here. I'm making it happen. So yeah, we're gonna get into this. Brother Jason is in the house. Brother Hayoka is in the house. What's good, y'all? Brother Timmy's in the house. What's good, man? Timmy Wooten, how you feeling? What's good? What's good with you? Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, we're gonna get into this, man. We're gonna talk about this. This video in particular, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is some powerful stuff right here. And again, shout out to Donovan Sharpe for being transparent, for being willing to share with folks, man, and to show a vulnerable side, man. You hear that all the time. You got to be stoic. You got to be hard. You got to be this and that in the red pill world. You know what I mean? But hey, bro, you can get hurt, man. You can get hurt, and it's not just women out there that's gonna hurt you. You hear me? Right? And this is something the red pill world we just neglect to talk about this, man. Dudes will wreck you just as bad as women will if you're not careful. You hear me? Dudes will wreck you if you give them a chance. That's just the world, bro. So we're always worried about female nature. Y'all notice on this platform, I'm always saying you better know male nature. You better understand human nature. Understand it, bro. Understand how human nature is when you add money, right? Lots of money. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're going to get into right now, y'all. Don't get caught slipping out there. Now, this is something I learned early on in life, man. That bubble I started in, man, in the streets, bro. You know right up front what money will do to people. You see it. You see with a little bit of money what people will do to you to get it. And I'm talking just a little bit of money. I know, man, there's people out there, man, getting toe up over $500,000, $1,500 in the streets, man. That's a lot of money, bro. There's people out there coming up in those bubbles. When I first started, man, was folks out there that were asked to borrow $5, man, just so they can buy themselves some ramen noodles or whatever, get something to eat for the next 3 to 4 days. $5, bro. That's how bad it could be. $5. You don't think that person who's having trouble hustling up $5 won't wreck you over $1,500? You know what I mean? That is a huge difference in that world. You come over here to the YouTube space, man, you talking millions of dollars, millions, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars at play. And you don't think people will wreck you over that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to be thinking about this, yo. This is how the real world works. You know what I mean? Yeah, we talking red pill stuff over here. We talking manosphere stuff over here, but I'm trying to tell you this how the real world works. What do you think Machiavelli was talking about, the Prince? What do you think he was talking about, bro? How do you think the 1% really works out here, bro? You know what I mean? It's about getting it, man. So y'all really need to understand how this works, bro. Why you think people spend billions of dollars on political issues, man, getting people office, getting people in, the Senate, getting people into the House, getting people into the White House. Billions of dollars, bro. Right? You don't think folks are getting wrecked out there by their own folks? It's people in their own clan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the whole world is treacherous like that, man, but I am saying this. Watch the Godfather trilogy. Right? Watch anything, these, things that happen on the street, like these gangster movies about what goes on the streets, man. Same principles apply, man. It's about money, bro. You know what I'm saying? What did Wu-Tang say, bro? Cream. Cash moves everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. And that goes from the streets all the way up to the highest heights when it comes to the human condition, y'all. So this video we're about to watch, I'm about to react to, man. Again, I can't shout him out enough. Again, I've never really rocked with Donovan Sharpe, like as far as following him and all that. I mean, I see his videos every now and then, but I was, I'll be watching, I'll be watching Entrepreneurs in Cars. I'll be watching Better Bachelor. I'll be watching Fresh and Fit. I'll be watching all that. I didn't really watch that much. But after this video, I'm gonna start rocking with him. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna start rocking with him, bro. He showed me something in this video. He ain't have to do this video, bro. You could tell he really wanted to get this off his chest, man. Maybe this is his form of acceptance, right? And there's one thing he does, bro. He takes full responsibility. He does. He's not blaming nobody. You feel me? Last Coffee Insight, what's good, fam? Thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for that last Cash App you sent me, man. I didn't get it. I didn't see it while I was on live, but I see you on here now, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I truly do. Yeah, that's all I can say about that, man. Thanks, man. I got you, bro. And like what you saying, man, hit me up, man. For real. For real. I got you, man. I rock with you, cuz. It's all good, cuzzo. And Last Coffee Insight, ready to hear some truth. Yeah, man, we're about to get into it right now. What We Know podcast, Brother Rob's in the house. What's good, fam? Thanks for coming through. You know what I mean? We got Tucker in the house. There's no loyalty involved when there's money at stake. That's what people say, bro. You know what I'm saying? But real ones don't care about the money, man. I'm here to tell you they exist. I'm one of them. I don't care about the money, bro. I can't take it with me, man. I know I'm going to die one day. I can't take it with me. It ain't worth it, bro. This is one of the first things I learned in the streets, man. All money ain't good money, bro. What you have to do to get that bread? For real. There's some people that don't care. You got to weigh that out. That's an individual decision you got to make. You know what I'm saying? You ready to put your people in the ground for a couple of dollars? Okay, that's on you. That's on you. You ready to turn yourself out for that money? That's on you. A lot of sisters, you know what I mean, out there, a lot of females, they got to deal with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, this stuff is real. You sitting there short on your rent? Really? You short on your rent? And you know there's dudes out there waiting on that, bro. They waiting on that opportunity. Oh, there she goes. She gonna need some money one day, bro. I'm gonna sit right here and wait. I'm gonna sit right here and wait. And guess what? She will give it up for $500. If you really need that $500, she'll give it up. Like I said, all money ain't good money. Find another way to get that bread. But that's just me. We're gonna talk about this, y'all. You know what I mean? But that was brother Tucker. There's no loyalty when there's money at stake. You're right, but there should be. And there are some people who are loyal. And these are the people you need to seek out. The people you want in your clan, right? They shouldn't be swayed easily by money. They shouldn't be swayed by women, right? Or if they female, they shouldn't be swayed by men and money. You know what I mean? That's on you to figure out who's who, though. That's what it is. What we know podcast, exactly. Tucker, no loyalty. Yeah, I can see that, man. I can see that. That is true. But it's up to you to find the loyal ones. You know what I mean? It's up to you. Brother Hayoka, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Hilarious. That's true, though. That's true. Last call for insight. No problem. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Brother Timmy, Donovan is going to tell us the truth about this setup against Fresh and Fit. He is. If y'all haven't seen this video, please check it out. Sister Candace is in the house. What's good, love? Number one in the chat tonight. Number one mod out there making it happen. Hit the like and subscribe button for the algo. I appreciate that, love. Thank you so much. What We Know podcast. This is why I'd rather be around people with integrity, man. Yeah, I mean, but still, man, you'd be surprised what money do to people, bro. You'd be surprised, man. But like I said, it's up to you. So let's get into it, man. Let's start it right off. All the drama that came about with Fresh and Fit and MYRON and Fresh and MYRON, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, it was all over a time slot, y'all. A damn time slot, bro. So let's get into it.
The way it started, and I don't think you guys may have heard other versions of this, but I'm going to tell you the 100% truth because I am very, very good friends with the both of them, right? Kevin and MYRON are two of my very best friends. Kevin was one of my very best friends. And so Kevin had blown up. He'd gone viral on World Star Hip Hop a couple times. Then of course he was 300,000 subscribers. He was on his way up. Then Fresh and Fit also hit the algorithm, and they started to grow. Well, Fresh and Fit had been doing Fresh and Fit After Hours at the same time Kevin was doing his show. Kevin never had a problem with it until Kevin felt that MYRON and Fresh's live streams were infringing on his audience. He said to me, Donovan, that is my time slot. He said this to me. He said, that is my time slot. I said, Kevin, I said, you're one of my best friends. You don't own any time slots. Okay? People can live stream whenever they want to live stream, number one. Number two, MYRON and Fresh have been doing Fresh and Fit After Hours probably longer than you've done your late night show. So it became, now listen, I don't know what Kevin's motivations were. I'm not going to pretend to know because he didn't tell me. But my guess is that listen, it appeared to me like there were some economic reasons. He wanted, so Kevin asked me, he said, look, man, you got to talk to MYRON for me. I said, okay, I'll talk to him for you. So I called up MYRON. I said, MYRON, look, check this out.
So right off rip, man, we're talking about a time slot, man. So it's, again, this is coming from the guy who's right in the middle. This is the dude that's the tie between these two factions, right? Kevin comes to Donovan and is like, yo, them boys got my time slot. First thing he does, like, that's his guy. Like, man, what you mean yours? Ain't no such thing as your time slot, right? Don't nobody own that time. They can go stream when they want to stream. Add to that, like, them boys been doing this longer than you, cuz. Like, what you talking about, cuzzo? They been doing this longer than you, man. How you mean this is yours? And I remember when I first started watching Fresh and Fit, right? And everyone who watches Fresh and Fit to tell you, they were always late, like extremely late. And I did back then, I didn't know them boys personally, right? I hadn't, you know what I mean? DL Saint hadn't been born yet. I was just some dude who was watching, and I was just kind of checking them out. And I'm like, these boys are always late, bro. I understand color people time, but this is something else, right? This is something else. And again, I knew who Kevin Samuels was, but I didn't really follow him like that. Because I would go to this platform, I was like, all right, one trick pony. He's just the best at what he does. Great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was a bakery, right, he just has croissants, but he has the best croissants. Everybody's rocking with him. MYRON and Fresh, they got croissants. They got donut holes. They got glaze. They got danishes. You know what I mean? They got more variety. They doing more over there with they shop. So the two camps, to me, didn't even compete with one another. It was like they're separate, bro. They way different. You know what I'm saying? One's a burger shop. The other one's selling fish. You know what I mean? That's how I was looking at it. But, this is what, my thoughts when I first came up on MYRON and Fresh. I'm like, yo, why y'all so late? Again, I didn't know him. And excuse me, I'm just setting the timeline so we can jump ahead. Let's see. Man, I gotta figure out. I need to get myself I need to get myself a system where I can jump ahead easier, where I can scroll easier. It's hard for me to catch those time slots. But right off rip, we're talking time slots, right? We're talking market share. Kevin Samuels had a problem with MYRON and Fresh in that same time slot because he was competing, and he's probably looking at his analytics, and he's like, he's losing viewership to MYRON and Fresh. So that's right off rip. That's what's going on. Right, so let's continue.
Amanda video on their live stream. They still have the Amanda video. I said, okay, Kevin, what's the issue? What's the problem? He says
and I messed up my time hack when I jumped, but they're talking about the Amanda video. That thing went viral. That's when Kevin Samuels called in, and he was talking what Kevin Samuels does. He did the Kevin Samuels thing on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Amanda was sitting in studio saying what she was saying. He jumped on. That video went viral. That's what Donovan's talking about right now.
Need to be giving me a cut of that revenue. I said, Kevin, you're on their platform. Like, that's their platform. Like, yes, people watch the zillions of views and all this other kind of stuff, but that's on their platform. If they don't have a platform, you don't confront Amanda. You have to. He's like, no, they need to take the video down, or they need to send. God, this is my hand to the man. My hand to the man. He said they need to take the video down, or they need to give me. They need half of the revenue from that video. So I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Devin was driving. We were on our way to the bank, and you guys might remember this. You guys remember Devin's trainer, D.
So right off rip, man. Now, if by this point, if Donovan, was wondering if he had any doubt where this was coming from, now he knows what time it is, right? Oh, it's about money. So we're talking about the time slot first, right? Which they're still working on that issue. Now we're talking about all this video, man. I got to get this bread. I got to get this money. First of all, I want you to take the video down, and I want you to pay me for it, right? So it's like, hold on, cuz now it's all about money. Now it's just, okay, it's about money. Now, so Donovan Sharpe, by this point, I'm pretty sure he understands what it is. Let's see. Let's catch up on the chat real quick. Tucker, so you was Kevin's flunky. I don't understand that. Like I said, I've never met Kevin Samuels, and I didn't watch his content like that. Like I said, I watched a few episodes, and it was all the same thing. You know what I mean? Do you want a husband? What's your height? Rate yourself. I mean, it was all the same thing. It was cool. I watched his content enough to know that he did that with men before women, and when he started doing it with the women, it just caught on, and I understood what his base was. Right, his base was African American women. Right, and there were a lot of ninja watchers out there of all races, but that core African American women, and I understood his fashion sense. So I understood, like what he was doing with the fashion and what when he was talking about the neighborhood, when he was talking about the community. Yeah, I was with him. I was like, oh, I get it, but it was the same stuff. You know what I mean? It was like the exact same stuff, just different faces. It shocked me that women continued to call in. I thought it was hilarious, but I was just like, all right, I'm cool. And I like I said, then I found Fresh and Fit. So the flunky part, I don't understand. Tuck, you're gonna have to, explain to me what you mean on that. And brother Timothy, was just showing love in the chat. What's up, Sister Candace? Last call for insight. That's a tough position to be in. It can be. It can be, and this is why you gotta choose your squad wisely, bro. You have to, man. You gotta choose your clan wisely, because you don't want to be caught between two factions like that, and that's your team, that's your clan. You don't want to be dealing with that, bro. Right? This is what the mob deals with all the time. That's where you have all these, these mob wars and whatever. You got factions like stuck in the middle, like, God, you know what I mean? You got these guys over here and these guys over here. If we can't fix this with words, it's gonna escalate. You know what I mean? So you gotta choose your squad well, man. I never had any rifts within my crew. Never had to deal with any rifts. Nothing that we couldn't sit down and just talk out. And I'm talking about like my crew. You know what I'm saying? Never. Like guys I rock with, I could sit down, we could have a phone call or whatever. Hey man, we need to talk about this. You know what I mean? So that's part of it, man. That's part of having a tight clan. You know what I mean? What we know, podcasts always late. For real, they were always late, at least an hour. For real. It was like, yo, but we came to find out why. We're gonna see why here in a second. You know what I mean? So let's continue.
Her dog Nugget had gotten hit by a car. Okay, her got hit by a car. We found out about it when we were actually in the bank, right? So on our way there, I said, Kevin, I'm gonna get MYRON on the phone. I'm gonna get MYRON on the phone. So I get MYRON on the phone, and they're hashing this out, right? MYRON's like, yo, Kevin, this is my platform, blah 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 blah. They both made their choice. But in the end, MYRON said, okay, here's what we'll do. He said, I'm going to pay you half of all of the revenue from here on out from that Amanda video. Kevin on the phone agreed to that. He said, all right, cool. That's good. Right? So I guess Myron sent him, I don't know, it was like a, I think it was like a.
So here it is, right off rip. So Myron was like, all right, so here, you know, just put yourself in Myron and Fresh's position, man. Y'all just sitting there, y'all working hard, man. Y'all building up the brand, y'all doing what y'all got to do, out here trying to source women, out here trying to get, you know what I mean, your crew together. You doing all this stuff, then boom, you get a call from Donovan saying, hey, man, Kevin has a problem with the time slot. Okay, right? So you're just like, oh, okay. Kevin has a problem with the time slot. Like, bro, there's no. Kevin says it's his time slot. Well, it's no one's time slot, bro. Everybody's running everything. You know what I mean? It's not his time slot. But okay, what does he want? You know what I mean? So Myron is sitting there trying to figure it out. Like, all right, well, what does he want? You know what I mean? And Myron's not doing this from a place of I want to stay in his good graces because I want to make money. No, that's not what he's thinking. He was like, we cool. Let me find out what he wants, right? We're supposed to be in this brotherhood, this manosphere, this RP space. Let's see if we can work this out. What does he want, right? And he's talking to he's talking to Fresh. So, and that's another thing y'all need to realize, man. When stuff comes through that platform, they both deal with it. It's, you know, Myron might be out there talking. You might think it might appear that, oh, this is a leadership thing and Myron runs everything. Nah, bro. They sit down there. I've never seen a team work as seamlessly in the civilian world as those two guys, straight up. Like the way that they work, the way that they operate reminds me of my days in the military and how we operated on our teams. It's like you think it's one. Like you know what it is. And I mean, it's a good thing to see. Again, it's why I rock with these guys. You know what I mean? So Myron is trying to solve the issue. And it's not about money, bro. Trust me, it's not about money. Even back then, they weren't even getting the bread like that. They were really just starting to come into it. It wasn't about money, and it wasn't about we're going to be on some Hollywood shit and we just going to make this man happy. It wasn't about none of that. He's just trying to, like, this is one of our guys. I'm cool with him. I want to try to help him out. This is where Myron and Fresh are coming from. We should help this dude out. You know what I mean? So, but that's not where Kevin was coming from. It was all about bread, right? So let's jump to the next hack. Let me see. We're going to just go up about 10 minutes. It was about bread. So they were thinking about the time slot. And then you get another call from Donovan. Yo, man, dude's mad about this Amanda thing. Like, what? What do you mean he's mad about the Amanda thing? You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, now we got two issues with this guy. Now, again, I haven't spoken to Myron or Fresh about this, you know, like for this episode, I haven't. You know what I mean? I remember when it was going down. I remember, you know, at some point when, you know what I mean, when I got cool with the cats, you know what I mean, and we're able to start a friendship, a relationship with these dudes, you know what I mean? Of course, you know, you get privy to information. It's like, oh, okay, and I'm not going to speak on none of that. So I haven't spoken, you know what I mean? This is all coming from Donovan. And Donovan was the third party. So this is all we're going to stick with. You know what I mean? But I'm here to tell you, like, yeah, you hear things. There's things that are discussed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an older guy, man. I'll throw my 2 cents in. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, hey, bro, this is what I'm thinking. And I'll throw my 2 cents in and I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Do what you're going to do. I'm with y'all, bro. You know what I mean? I'm with y'all. That's how I rock with my clan. So Donovan has to come to them with a second issue, the Amanda video. A video that was done on a FRESH&FIT platform. A video in which, you know, Kevin Samuels called in. Like, oh, hey, you know, the Godfather's calling in. He wants to talk, whatever. They put him on. Yeah, this would be great. It goes viral. And now there's a demand for payment. Oh, man, that's mine. Nah, it's not yours, bro. That's us. You on our platform, player. What you mean that's yours? You know what I mean? So that's where we at. We got a second issue, right? A second issue. SF Giant Myron showed Kevin's text asking them to change time. Myron replied they couldn't because of girls. They always ran late. Yeah, but they did. And that's another thing too. They did push their time back. And Donovan's going to talk about that. Fresh and Myron, even though They had the women. They had all this stuff going on. They had a lot of moving parts. Remember, Kevin Samuels was a one-man show. Myron and Fresh, that's a team. That's a machine over there. They still, even with, they were like, all right, well, let's move our show back, you know, and Donovan's going to speak on that in a minute. You know what I mean? And Sister Candace, money is the root of all evil. It surely is. It surely is. But let's continue.
5 or 6.
As soon as I find a time slot, my dumb ass. I'm sitting here trying to find, got it.
I'm thinking everything is all good except for the time slot. I get a call from Kevin the next day. He says, Donovan, the video is still up. I said, Kevin, didn't Myron send you the money? He says, yeah. I said, but wasn't that the point? He's like, no, I wanted half of the revenue and for them to take down the video.
So y'all hear that? Now y'all know where that little saying comes from. You give somebody an inch, they won't take a mile. Here's Myron and Fresh trying to solve these issues and doing what they can to help the dude out. Not because they feel that they have to, not because that they feel that this dude is bigger or better. It's because they trying to help out. Like, yo, we rock with you, bro. We respect you. All right, we're gonna try to help you with this issue. Myron and Fresh could have been like, yo, that sounds like a me problem, bro. Kick rocks. They could have said that. You know what I mean? But they didn't. They didn't. They're like, all right, man, let's, you know what I mean? Again, they're not from this YouTube space. They're not from this space of trying to scramble to get bread all the time. Both of these guys came from a position where they were making bread. Myron, working for a government employee. He's in law enforcement. He was making bread, 6 figures. You know what I mean? Fresh had worked his way up to a point where he's buying buildings and he's making bread. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't in that, I got to get every crumb mentality. They weren't in that, I need $5 to get to the end of the week mentality. These dudes had money. These dudes had money. These dudes know how to talk to women. They were living their life, right? They started this platform and it took off. So no, they, you know what I mean? They're just trying to help out. And look at what's going on. It's not enough.
I said, Kevin, like, due respect, this is unreasonable. Was their video on their channel? You made the unilateral decision to call into the show. Yes, you added to the show. Yes, you brought viewers, but the platform was already theirs. It was already theirs. I said, I was under the impression that if they paid you the revenue, that you'd be okay with the video being up.
Any reasonable person would be. Right? I bet you Donovan Sharpe was shocked that Myron and Fresh made those concessions. Like, yo, they doing that for you? Word? They're pushing their show back for you? They're giving you money off of a video for a viral video from their platform? And you want them to take it down? Bro, you tripping right now.
Then Kevin launches into this diatribe about how Fresh and Fit wouldn't be anywhere. He said they've gotten all of these subscribers ever since I made that appearance with Amanda, and they're eating off me and this and that and the other. I said, Kevin, I don't know what to do here, man. I said, I thought that I helped you guys broker a deal. I thought that if it was cool with them to keep the video up, I thought that if they paid you the revenue, it'd be cool for them to keep the video up. Like, that's what I thought. He says, never mind. He hangs up on me. I'm like, okay, he's heated. And I've hung up on Kevin before too.
So, right here, Donovan sees exactly what it is. Right here. At this moment, he was like, all right, this dude tripping. Now, you gotta ask yourself something. If you find yourself in this situation, you gotta ask yourself something. Am I really down with this cat? I mean, really down with this cat. Because right now, you know your man wrong. Man, he wrong. Bro, you wrong. So this is how I handle it. If that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dude. For real, like, we like that. I'm gonna tell him, like, straight up, bro, you wrong. You wrong. They don't owe you shit. Right? You on some little girl shit right now. That's what I'm gonna say to him. You my man, you wrong. But if we down like that, I'm talking about to the sandbox, I'm talking about really down. I'll be like, look, bro, you wrong, but I'm with you. All right. That's what it boils down to. You're gonna have to pick your, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to pick your clan. All right, I'm with you. I can't tell you how many times I've been with my dudes when they are wrong, or how many times I was wrong and my dudes was with me. We did what we did, and then we come back and they tell me, like, bro, you know, you was wrong for that shit, Cook. Point blank period, cuz, oh, you was wrong. You was wrong. There's no doubt about it. You were wrong. You know what I mean? But you my guy, so we just gonna be wrong together. It is what it is, but them people didn't deserve that. Right now, if my people coming to me and they say I'm wrong, I'm gonna sit down and think about what I'm doing. There's a difference between that type of relationship, you know what I mean, and just being cool. You know, like Donovan sound like he just cool. Like, all right, we just cool. Right? Like, there's a difference. Right? Are you in or are you out? And that's what Kevin was trying to get to, it seems to me. That's what Kevin was trying to get to. Who you with, player? You with me or you with them? That's what Kevin was trying to get to. And the money. And the stuff that he's saying, that's some Hollywood stuff, man. So when you hear me talk about Hollywood, that's what I mean when people be like, oh, you were nothing without me. You can't do this without me. I'm the greatest. All that kind. That's Hollywood talk right there, bro. It's Hollywood talk. You know what I mean? It's like, I want more attention. Me. Nah, to the point where you about to really jeopardize some bread because you looking at pennies. You looking at pennies. You finna go to war over pennies? Like, come on, bro. You know how much money we could get out here if we work together? You wanna go to war over this? For real? All right. And this is, I think, where Donovan was starting to really have his problems. Like, man, he's like, he didn't know what to do. He was torn, straight up. He was torn. He didn't know where his loyalties lied at this point. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. KO, I already knew something was up with Kevin watching his program. I noticed the change. I didn't because I didn't, I didn't really rock with him that much, but I did notice that Kevin Samuels was in the chat a lot with Fresh and Fit and all that. I was starting to see some things. I'm like, huh, you know what I mean? It made me, I was watching. I had one eye on it. Sister Candace, the Amanda episode was essentially the equivalent to Kevin's average at best video in terms of visibility and popularity. Kevin took advantage of Fresh and Fit's kindness, in my opinion. He absolutely did, and most people will. That's why you got to be careful who you choose, right? And the way that this went down, with the way that Kevin Samuels came in MYRON and Fresh, man, like I said, man, them my dudes, man. I rock with them guys, right? But that was their fault. That was their fault, right? They were absolutely too trusting in this case, and it bit them in the ass. And we're gonna get into the video, and we're gonna see how extreme it was. But yeah, y'all know me. I'm 100% accountability. If something bad happens to me, it's because of something I did. It's the same thing Andrew Tate says. That's why he loves chess so much. If you lose playing chess, it's something you did. It's a move you made that caused you to lose that match. That's how I look at it, man. If I ride with the wrong dudes and I wind up catching a case behind it, I'm the one who decided to ride with those dudes. If I picked the wrong woman and I wind up with a child and I got to deal with the family court system, that's my fault for picking that chick. You know what I'm saying? I chose that woman. It's my fault. I'm from that world. That's another reason why I rock with MYRON and Fresh. Fresh was on last night talking about how, he was trusting of this car dealership, man. This car dealership or this dealer is basically trying to rob him, right? Fresh ain't blaming nobody. She's like, look, man, I got to take care of this. He's being accountable for his own actions. Like, man, I thought that was my guy. But again, over this money, high-end exotic cars, this dude getting over on Fresh. Fresh is like, all right, I'm going to deal with it, right? But he ain't blaming nobody. MYRON does the same thing. They ain't blaming nobody. He's telling you what it is. That's why I respect these dudes. You know what I mean? Brother Hayoka, it's the lack of money that is the root of all evil. I mean, if it's the lack of resources, man, money gets you resources, experiences, etc. It is what it is. We could play on the words all day long, but we all get it. Right? Money is the root of all evil, or silver, or gold, or bronze, or platinum, or whatever it is, or Bitcoin, whatever we're using to get stuff with, that's the cause of all evil. It could be coconuts, it could be seashells, it could be whatever it is, right? But and I think we all get that. You know what I mean? It's just a play on words, right? But it's evil because people are willing to do evil things to get experiences, to get stuff. You know what I mean? So it's on us to weed those folks out. Sister Candace, and the one thing I respect about Fresh and Fit is that they won't retract the ladder from the people that help their channel grow. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm almost monetized, right? It's because of MYRON and Fresh. Yeah, I'm out here doing the work. I'm putting in work. You know what I mean? Shout out to Suzette Speaks. She's always helping me out. Shout out to Black Man Unfiltered. You know what I mean? Shout out to Melanie King. But MYRON and Fresh, yo, if I text them like, what's up? You know, I'm always thinking, I'm going to ask them questions, whatever. They get back to me, man. They ain't on that super flyness. And in the video, we're going to see what I mean. Because Donovan had the issue, you know what I mean, with the super flyness. You feel me? These dudes, they help, man. Those who help them, they help them back. They don't forget, man. They listen, bro. They're not petty. Them two dudes aren't really petty. I'm talking about behind the scenes, away from the camera in real life. They're not petty, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Let's see, 5:55. Let's jump to the next timestamp. Man, one of these days, I'm going to have to get myself a producer.
Bill up. I said, Kevin, I don't know what more I can.
And this started out what was snipped there right there is Kevin called Donovan and was like, hey, man, the video is still up.
I don't know what more I can do, man. Like, he paid you the $5,000 to $6,000. You still want the video taken down. And I'm like, Kevin, look, I love you. You're my guy. We've known each other for 5-6 years. But you're being unreasonable here, man. Like, you're being unreasonable.
See, Donovan finally got to that point. Like, come on, bro, you tripping. Now, I would have been a little harsher with my words. This is just me and my dude, right? We're going to talk like men. I'm like, quit, you know, like, bro, you need to quit tripping, player. Like, what you really trying to do? You know what I mean? Spit it out. Tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? You trying to lay these dudes down? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like, all right, yeah, we ain't gonna run in there with mask on and, you know what I'm saying, put the thing on them like, nah, but it's the same thing. You trying to take from them. You trying to shut them down. Tell me that's what you trying to do and let me choose. Right? Don't just sit here and try to use me. That stuff makes me mad.
He's like, no, if not for me, they wouldn't have XYZ amount of subscribers. I just had to let him talk because I just could not. I couldn't for whatever reason. And this was a shock to me because Kevin was uncharacteristically emotional about this. And you guys know.
And that's the money, bro. Money with how you get out of character, bro. Straight up, I've seen it. You know what I mean? We talked about this with the Math Hoffa video when I was breaking down Math Hoffa dealing with what he had to deal with. Them dudes coming in there, what's up, rich nigga? Yo, that shit happens, man. That happens, bro. Jealousy, envy is real, man.
Kevin, he's as stoic as they come for the most part. You know, even when these bitches are going in on him and this and that, Kevin is as stoic as they come. But for whatever reason, he just could not reconcile things with, he just could not do it. Could not do it.
Right. So he couldn't do it. Why couldn't he do it, man? He was blinded by the bread, man. Right. If you go back and you do research on Kevin Samuels, man, you see how, you know, like his path was like the path of most entrepreneurs, man, and most people in entertainment and sales and whatnot. That's a hard road, bro. To be successful in that, man, it's hard. And he seemed to be successful at points, but then it will fall off. It's I tell folks all the time, man, I was like, you know, people are like, man, you know, you're an air traffic controller. Why'd you do it? Like, well, first of all, it was a great career. It's challenging. It keeps you sharp. But secondly, man, it's recession proof, bro. It's recession proof. I work for the government, man. In order for me not to eat, the government has to collapse. And if that's the case, we got way bigger issues on the table, right? Ain't nobody eating if that happens. You know what I mean? So it's recession proof. It's a great career. It's highly respected. That's why I did it. And speaking of that, guys, for you guys who are out there, the FAA is doing another hire coming up in June of 2023. June of 2023. Jay Swans and I are working on some videos right now, right? Don't fuck about this time, people. This is real. Last time folks listened to us, some people got into the system and they're on their way to becoming air traffic controllers. It's coming up again. June of 2023. The FAA is doing another hire for air traffic controllers. You don't need any experience. You don't need any college, anything like that. Or just a high school grad. They will train you. You will be making six figures or more as an air traffic controller in the United States Federal Aviation Administration. All right. So just so y'all know, I'm putting it out there now. Be looking for thumbnails. Be looking for a video in a couple weeks. We're going to be talking about this, right? An opportunity is coming, gentlemen. You talk about game frame and money, game and frame. Well, this will take care of that money part right here. right? This will take care of that status part right here. Being air traffic controller, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make some good bread. So let's get back to what's going on here. Let's definitely get back to what's going on here. Donovan is seeing what's up. And the stuff that he's saying, he's being real soft with it, in my opinion. I'd have been hard with it, bro. Like, tell me what you're trying to do. You trying to run these guys, man? Tell me. Right? Don't try to use me. I hate people to try to use me like a pawn. You try to use me like a pawn, I'm coming to see you. Tell me what's going on. Let me choose. Right? So let's jump ahead right here. We're good. Let's see. What is that? 30? Bam. Here we go.
I'm done with Fresh and Fit. Da 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 da. They didn't want to change their time slot. And by the way, rewind a couple of days. MYRON and Fresh said, hey, listen, man, like if you guys remembered, Fresh and Fit After Hours moved their show back to midnight.
Yes, they did.
They moved their show back to midnight to accommodate Kevin. They said, all right, we'll move it back to midnight. They did it for a week and a half.
Not only did they do that, they didn't necessarily tell the masses why they were doing it. They would come up with excuses. Oh, we're running late. Oh, we wait on this person. We wait on that person. No, they did it to accommodate Kevin Samuels.
Guess what? That still wasn't good enough for them. Because Kevin is calling me, talking about Donovan. They're still on while I say, Kevin, dude, I said they're waiting until midnight. They got guests that are booked. Nobody, dude. Like, after hours starts at 10 o'clock. Sometimes 10:30, but hey, okay, they pushed it back. Dude, MYRON and Fresh bent. Listen, MYRON and Fresh are no saints, right? We all know that we've all made mistakes in this content creation game. We get that. But for whatever reason, I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on the reasons. Kevin never really liked MYRON, but
MYRON was competition. Period. Kevin saw that. All the YouTube creators saw that. MYRON was competition out the gate. That's what Kevin Samuels saw. And he went in. Well, let me get in. Let me get in their camp and let me see what I can do. Let me see what's going on. He went in there and saw what they were doing. He saw these dudes was serious minded about what they were doing. The content meant more than them to anything else. It wasn't the money. Every dollar that gets sent in via Super Chat goes into equipment. Y'all know this. Kevin saw that and he was like, shit, I got to do something about this. This is my personal opinion.
For whatever reason, that was that. And so, and then of course, MYRON is like, yo, I've tried everything I can. I've tried everything I could to accommodate this guy, and it's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. I said, MYRON, I don't know what to tell you, man. I said, dude, look, and I told him both this. I said, Kevin, MYRON is a good guy. I understand where you're coming from and where you're coming from. You guys are just going to have to do what you have to do. I mean, I tried to work this out, being the guy in the middle. Guys, I can't, it was incredibly difficult for me to both, man. Like, I've known them forever. I've known Kevin longer than MYRON, but I've known MYRON since 2018. We used to call him.
So right now he's trying to deal with, he's like, shit, bro, what do I do? He sees his situation. I'm talking about Donovan. Donovan sees his situation as hopeless. He was like, damn, I got to choose. Now, again, the way I am, I'm going to tell you up front. If I were Kevin Samuels in this thing, I'm going to tell you up front, bro, this is what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? I know them your guys, but I'm finna run them. You know what I mean? You know what it is. I'm finna do me. I'm finna run them. They in my way, man. I gotta run them over, bro. You with me or you with them? That's what I would say. Right? To someone, if I'm in this situation. Now my real dudes, my guys, like my crew, I tell my crew what I'm thinking. They're gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong. But guess what? I know they with me no matter what. They'll say, yeah, you wrong, bro, but we with you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna help you with this little fuck shit you trying to do right here. But if they come after you physically, we there. You know what I mean? And then my dudes would be like, you know, because I would say it to my dude, like, bro, you wrong. They should come after you. Now, when they come for you, I'm gonna be here with you, bro. But understand you wrong. That's the kind of loyalty I rock with. Now, outside of that, my associates, and I got a lot of associates. You know what I mean? Outside of that, I'm gonna choose. I'll pick and choose. I might choose to sit down and do nothing. Like, nah, I ain't gonna do shit. I might choose to go back and tell them, like, man, you foul, bro. I'm finna go tell them what you about to do, bro. I might do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? What you gonna do to me? So, but Donovan, he seems to be, he's torn, bro. He's torn.
To my show. It's just
he's torn, man. So at that point, Kevin was like, yo, I'm done with Fresh and Fit. But what that really meant was, I'm about to go after these guys. He's speaking in code, and Donovan just wasn't keying in on the codes. Let's jump up to the next time hack. But again, all this is over money, people. All this is over money. KO. Did you see what Alpha Male, I guess must be Alpha Male Strategies, said about Kevin? I did not. I didn't see that. Brother Timothy, I agree with bro. I didn't see that Alpha Male. And I'm new. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Alpha Male Strategies was the last person I discovered. And I only discovered them through MYRON and Fresh, and then they had him on the show. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. And then I saw him he was interviewed by Hafiz. And I was kind of like, that's when I started looking at Hafiz a little different. Like, oh, okay, what's up with Hafiz? You know what I mean? Like, huh? And that's what led to that video that we know that we did talking about Hafiz breaking down that Adam Sosnick thing. Shout out to Valuetainment. But let's continue.
Then the Abba and Preach thing happened. Then the Abba and Preach thing happened. All of the lies and the bullshit that came out about MYRON and Fresh, Kevin took that to be the gospel. He called me up. He said, Donovan, I'll never forget this. I'm in fucking Connecticut, filming Savaho. Kevin calls me up. He's like, yo, you got to separate yourself from these dudes right now. And I'm like, why? You didn't find out? MYRON got a girl pregnant and he raped some white influencer. He crossed the line. They've got to go. And I'm like, whoa.
Now we all remember this, right? Right. And this is the one thing that I never quite understood why Abba and Preach did what they did. Right. Like going into the studio, Abba went to Miami. He was in the studio. I knew Preach wasn't rocking with these dudes. He wasn't rocking with Fresh and Fit. I knew that. You could tell from his attitude because they had set up the remote camera or whatever. They StreamYarded him in on the interview. Dude had attitude, whatever, right? I got that. But I never quite understood why. Like, why would Abba and Preach at that time rock with Fresh and Fit? Well, it's the same reason that Kevin Samuels was going after Fresh and Fit. Everyone, all them dudes saw what they saw the subs, they saw the content, they saw the drive, they saw the hard work. Right? They knew that these dudes was coming. They was coming hard. Right? Now, this is just my own personal opinion, yo. It's my own personal opinion after I watched this video a couple times with Donovan Sharpe. I wouldn't be surprised if it were Kevin Samuels who encouraged Abba and Preach to do that, to go down to the studio and to set all that up. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Right? Now, do I have any proof on that? No, I do not. And I'm not going to go look for any. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But certainly once it popped off, and that's what Donovan is talking about right now. Once it popped off, Kevin Samuels was like, bet. And he was, you know what I mean? Full go. Let's get these dudes. That was the opportunity to destroy his competition, right? Probably his most feared competition. And he took full advantage of it. Let's continue.
Wait a minute. I said, Kevin, you know what we teach here in this community? We don't believe all women. He's like, Donovan, the proof is there. And I'm like, Kevin, bruh, these women could literally be saying anything. They could be saying, and then he said to me, and the people on MYRON and Fresh's side, they're using your video to defend them. Remember the video that I did on Nina Unrated? Remember that whole shebang where she was talking about how creepy everything was? I picked that apart piece by piece. It was all capped. Kevin was upset with me for putting out a video defending my friends. He was upset with me for that. He said they're using your video to defend them. He said, you got to take that video down right now. I was like, you know what? I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. And this was the wrong thing. I made the wrong decision. I took the video down. I did.
Right. So, and you can see from Donovan's body language, bro, like he's real uncomfortable about decisions, but he ain't running from the decisions, man. He ain't lying. He's telling the truth, bro. I got to give him credit for that, man. He's telling the truth. I am surprised he couldn't see it coming, though, bro. I'm really surprised about that part, how Kevin was able to use him to this extent. I find that surprising. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Colonel Sanders is in the house. What's good, fam? KO, Alpha M, a fashion YouTuber. Oh, I thought you were referring to Alpha Male Strategist. My bad, bro. So Alpha M, a fashion YouTuber, said that Kevin bought a course from him, and Kevin asked for a refund and then used the same content from that course for a course that Kevin was selling. Damn. And there's the chat right there. Hey, man, it is what it is, bro. All money ain't good money. Like I said at the top of the show, man, this is what I'm talking about right here. Some people don't care how they be remembered. J-Lo doesn't care how she would be remembered. So you can say she smashed all this. They call it J-Ho, this, that, and the third. She was on the casting couch. She made these deals, this, that, you know what I mean? Weinstein probably smashed for a movie. She doesn't care, right? That's what they say. She doesn't care because look where she is now, right? The ends justify the means for some people. She's like, I got a top tier guy, right? She's got Affleck. She's married. She has money. She has her career. She has her reputation. As tarnished as it may be, but she's still chilling, bro. At the end of the day, now that's fine. If you can hack that, that's fine. Me, money don't move me like that. I'm not gonna sell my soul like that. That's me though. I'm not gonna. Hey, if you want to go do that, you go do it. There's people out there who would do it. Like I said, all money ain't good money, bro. And it seems to me you doing stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna take this course, then I'm gonna steal your information, right? I'm gonna steal your hard work, your intellectual property, and I'm gonna make money off of it. Wow. Again, this is allegedly. I don't know. This is allegedly, but would I believe that this type of person would do that? Yeah, because that's what he's doing right here. This is what Donovan's telling us the story. Brother Timothy, yep, set up. What We Know podcast. Damn, Kevin shaking my head. And this is not to, listen, I'm not trying to drag the man's name through the mud, but this is what it is, bro. In the end, all that's left is your reputation, bro. Who are you? What were your deeds, man? If you're a heroic man, they will sing your songs of praises forever. But if you're a devious person, then they will tell about your devious deeds forever. Like I said, all money ain't good money, people. Brother Dusto's in the house. What's good, fam? Candace M. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Possibly. Brother Cody's in the house. What's good? Cody is king. What's good, player? What's good, player? Welcome. Glad you're here. What We Know podcast. Kevin took Tommy Sotomayor whole style too. Yeah, that I do know about. I met brother Tommy Sotomayor. I met him in FRESH&FIT studio. Yeah, bro. I heard the stories. Man. It is what it is. You know, and if you go back and you look at the content, yeah, I can see it. There's some slight modifications, but I can see it. You know what I mean? So Ivan Preach comes along, bro. Like I said, if Kevin wasn't behind it, he was certainly happy when it landed because he hit the ground running, right? And he was like all in because he had to do what he had to do. Like I said, man, if you about that life, you about that life, man. And it is what it is. Let's continue.
A script out. He wanted me, and I'm not doing this to besmirch his name. We all have demons, right? Dude, Amru Fuddle, aka Myron Gaines, he ain't all peaches and cream. Neither is Fresh, neither am I, neither is Kevin. This is just the real.
Neither is Don Lewis. You hear me? Neither am I. Neither is DL Saint. We are all human, man. All just live the best life you possibly can, man. But you gonna make some missteps. You gonna do some horrific shit. That's life, right? That's life.
This is just how it went. So Kevin called me and told me, he's like, yo, you need to sit down. You need to write a script in front of a camera and publicly separate yourself from Myron Gaines. You need to say X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, Kevin, why do I need to do this? He's like, Abba and Preach have exposed Myron and Fresh. And I said, Kevin, Abba and Preach are a couple of fucking softies. Kevin's all in my ear talking about Preach used to be an MMA fighter. And Abba is respected in this community and this and that and the third. And I'm like, I could not believe what I was hearing. Dude, I could not believe what I was hearing.
What he's hearing is psyops, bro. This is warfare. Psyops. Say it enough, say it loud enough, say it long enough, people start believing it, whether it's true or not. You see it all the time in American politics. Just keep repeating the lie. Eventually, people take it as facts. It's psyops, bro. It works at every single level. Yo, sound like Kevin Samuels knew what he was doing.
So he wanted me to write this whole thing out. He wanted me to write this whole thing out, right? He wanted me to write this whole thing out and publicly separate myself from FRESH&FIT. That's where
Why did Kevin Samuels want that? He needed that. Donovan Sharpe was the key to the hardcore red pill community. If Donovan Sharpe had came out against Fresh and MYRON, that would have been the death knell. I don't know if Fresh and MYRON would ever been able to recover. As it was hard as fuck for them to come back. As it was. If they lost Donovan, it would have been over. You see how this sounds like mob shit? Do you see how this looks like it was an orchestrated hit? Right? It was a straight up hit. Same thing that Andrew Tate's going through. Just at a different level.
I drew the line. That rifle. Now, Kevin said, "You're one of my best friends, man. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it." He says to me, "Well, then you will go down with them." And I'm like, "Kevin, I have nothing to do with this." He says, "Yes, you do. You're the one. You're the one. You're responsible for them being on YouTube." And I'm like, "Look, Kevin, I'm staying out of this. I'm staying out of this. I hope we can still be friends. I hope it's all good." And that's the way that phone call went. Right. So then everything simmered down. Things settled into things. Things settled.
Right. So you say that's how that phone call went, bro. Listen. It was probably, I'm not even sure at what point. And you know what? I'm gonna work real hard over, like the holiday season and into the spring of next year. I want to try to, I want to holler at Donovan, man. I might have to even make some investment just so I can get him on the phone. I want to holler at him, bro, because I'm curious to know at what point did he realize he was being used. He touches on it in this video. We're going to get to that point where he touches on it. But at what point did you really see, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, this was a straight up hit. And I was being used because, like he said, like he hit him with some sis bullshit. Either you with me or you against me, bro. He hit him with some Darth Vader shit. Do this or get your ass over there. Damn, we supposed to be dudes. That's how you gonna come at me. That's how you gonna come. That's how you really see me then. That's how you see me again. I'd have lost it. I'd have went right to Atlanta to go see Kevin. And fuck this phone shit, bro. Fuck you mean? And Kevin wasn't no little dude neither. You know what I mean? Like, dude was not a small person. I'd have had to go see him. That, again, that's just me. These are the things that I'm always working on. And at my old age, I'm not as quite the hothead as I once was. But I still get there. You feel me? I still get there. Brother Roman's in the house. What's good, fam? Thanks for coming through. What up with you? Brother Hayoka, without integrity, the money won't matter. That's real talk. Right? Brother Cody, facts. Brother Roman, MYRON is an American hero, just like Uncle DL saying, oh, man, I appreciate that, bro, for real. I really do appreciate that, man. I don't take these words lightly. I don't. Y'all don't have to be over here, man. Man, thank you. For real. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Brother Cody is king. Yeah, sad. Teamy nonsense. But it's about money, though. You know what I'm saying? I get where it comes from. It's about money, man. Like I said, we're talking about thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's what we're talking about here. One faction, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at the money. The other faction is trying to figure out what's going on, Donovan. And the third faction, FRESH&FIT, is like, what the hell? They're under attack, and all they're doing is, man, they're trying to defend and ward off these attacks. Like, they ain't got time to think about it. They're just doing one of these kind of things. Like, what the hell? They're back to back. MYRON and Fresh are back to back trying to figure this shit out, and they need to know who in their camp is with them and who's not with them. Right? They got shit inside their own camp they got to deal with. right? They got to deal with the threat from outside and the threat from within. The only two people they can trust are each other, and they got their backs to one another, trying to figure this shit out. Meanwhile, all these people coming to them. Hey, what's up, man? I'm down with you. I'm down with you. I'm the man. People like me. What's good, bro? I rock with y'all, man. Shit, like who's you? Who sent you? You know what I mean? This is when the paranoia comes in. Who sent you? So that's what's going on. One guy started all this for money, bro. For money. That's just crazy. Delmark 2323. I think over 50% of us, Kevin, KS talking points come from Tommy Sotomayor. Wow. Over 50% of his talking points. Okay. Wow. I didn't, like I said, I didn't delve into, I met Tommy. I haven't really rocked with his content. I think he got put off of YouTube for a minute. I don't know, but like I said, if he's on and I'm, if I see he's on, yeah, I'll listen to him. He has a lot of good things to say, right? He loves to stir the pot up. The bro, you know what I mean? He's experienced. There's some good shit there. I listen to everybody, man, and I take the good and leave the rest. You know what I mean? I take the good and leave the rest. Brother Cody, yep. There will always be people ready to stick you in the back. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Especially if you add some money to the equation. Absolutely. So let me see, 1330. So let's go to the next. Uh-oh. Drop my pen. Let's continue forward, man. Let's go to the next time hack. And I hope y'all learning something from all this, bro. Because this is not beat up on anybody. This isn't beat up on Donovan. This isn't beat up on Kevin. Right? This ain't beat up on anybody, bro. Let's learn from this. Like, yeah, we're talking about YouTube, but man, I'm telling you, this could go on in your everyday life, bro. You got people, you might, get yourself together, right? Found the red pill, right? Got into the gym, you getting your money up, right? You getting your, you becoming socially calibrated, bro. You starting to understand human nature, female nature, male nature, right? You getting your shit right. You get the woman you want, right? But you didn't vet the dudes in your crew. But you vetted the hell out of this woman, and she's it. She's a good one, right? But now now the dudes in your crew gonna start gunning at her, trying to throw you under the bus because they trying to smash her, hating on you. This can happen in your life. Like what's going on with Fresh and Fit? How would it manifest in your life? It might be over your woman. It might be over a job. You might tell them about a job offer that's coming up. You about to get yourself right, and they done snuck in there and got the job before you can go in there and get it, right? I've seen it happen over vehicles, bro. You know what I mean? People, you put somebody, be careful who you put down as a reference. Right? On your resume. It may call somebody, man, you think, call my man. I'm solid. That's my man. And he give a scathing reference on you like, oh, yeah, man, the guy's a shitbag. He doesn't pay his debt. You know what I mean? He just, now he's real mean. He's nasty. Snake you out of a job, bro. This is how it works, gentlemen and ladies. This is how it works. Ladies, you don't think your girl you get the guy, you get the dude, the good guy, the top tier guy, the high value man. You don't think your girl's trying to get him. If you don't vet your crew properly, yes, this can manifest in your life, man. You're like, well, I ain't worth millions. I ain't up there like that. I ain't got that kind of clout. You don't need it. It comes in a different form. It happens in the church, happens in the synagogue, happens in the mosque, right? Happens in the streets, right? Happens in school. Protect yourself against it, man. Understand human nature, male and female. Let's continue.
I regret not having come to MYRON and Fresh's defense from the very start. I should have done it. I should have, and I'll never, oh my God. I remember that, dude, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday. I'm in my gym. And I, the very first Abba and Preach video where they said, Fresh is capping about blah, 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 wanting a woman's soul. You guys remember that first video? I watched that video. I was so pissed off. I was going to go upstairs. I was going to come right up here and do a response video right now. I called Kevin before I did it. I was like, yo, did you see what they said about Fresh and Fit and this and that? I thought that MYRON, I thought that they were cool. I knew that they weren't cordial, but Abba and Preach attacked Fresh and Fit like this was an obvious trap. I'm like, yo, Kevin, I'm about to go up there and I'm about to cook these dudes and blah, 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 blah. He said, Donovan, don't do it. I said, why not? He says, don't do it. Don't do it. He said, if everybody piles on them, they're going to pile on you. I said, Kevin, I don't give a fuck. I said, MYRON's my boy, man. Dude.
And that's where Brother Donovan fucked up. He should have stuck by that. He should have stuck by that. Right? If that's really your dog, bro, you supposed to, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he owns it. He owns it. Let's continue.
I'm riding for him. Dude, I'm riding for his ass till the motherfucking end. Kevin says, Donovan, don't do it. You don't know what proof is out there. I was like, okay, so what? You're all of a sudden now you're believing anything everybody says? And I told Kevin, I said, keep in mind that MYRON was actually on my platform on the 6th defending Ob and Preach. Ob and Preach talked about the red pill, and they all of a sudden they lost their YouTube partner program, and then they got it right back. In between that time, that was actually one of our best panels. The original 6. It was either the original 6 or 7. I don't know if Steve the Dean was still on that. I didn't know if Steve the Dean was still on that, if he was still on the panel. Right? But we had talked about it. And MYRON said, hey, man, you know what? This is why we got to protect Ob and Preach. This is why we got to, stand up for our guys, blah, 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 blah. Had Ob and Preach in the studio, and then for Ob and Preach to go back and do that to MYRON, that didn't set right with me.
And that's what I'm talking about. It still doesn't sit right with me either. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But after this video, and I'm hearing how committed Kevin was to dealing with Fresh and Fit, the platform, right? Because that had to be like his stiffest competition out there. He had no real influence over those boys, not really. I mean, MYRON and Fresh would bend a lot, but there's no way he was going to break them. And the whole time they were, picking up steam. It just makes me think that, man, he made some calls, bro. Like him and Abba talked this through. They planned this out. Again, this is just me thinking out loud here, people. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just thinking out loud. That sound like a coordinated hit. They worked together on this. Hey, man, MYRON was just defending you because of what happened with you and with the platform and everything, this red pill stuff, da-da-da-da. They want you to hit him up. I'm pretty sure they'll love to have you on the platform. Yeah. And then y'all go down there. Yeah. But Preach don't rock with these dudes. He think they're clowns. Even better. Get down there. He did both shows, did the early show, did the late show, right? MYRON and Fresh take care of their guests, man. When people come through there, they take care of everything, man. They bend over backwards, man. They make sure that people have a good time, that people are well taken care of, safe, all that. Right? He took all that hospitality. Then they left. 4 months later, they come at him. Right? And then, Donovan's going to talk about this, but I'm telling you, that seemed planned out to me. It didn't seem just random. It seemed planned out to me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Brother Muhammad Dirney, facts. Appreciate that. My favorite sailors in the house. Miss Globe Girl. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate it. Pawns. Are they the soul of the game, or are they merely used by others? Red pill is full of pawns. Yeah, life is full of pawns, my dear. Full of pawns. But if you're a pawn and you manage to get across the board, you become the most powerful piece on the board. You become a queen in that game. The most powerful piece on the board, if you can get across there. So yes, the red pill, life is full of pawns. Some of them make it across the board. It's cannon fodder all over the place. There's sacrifices made all over the place. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the queen. Right? Sometimes you got to do that. If you ever play me in chess, best believe I want to sacrifice my queen for your queen, and we're going to see how good you are without that piece. That's my strategy. If anybody plays me, trust me, that's what I'm going to do. How about we take out both our queens? You know what I mean? Now let's see how you can really play this game. So, yeah, love. There are pawns out there, and there's people out there willing to move you around the board if you let them. And that's what Kevin was doing with Donovan. He was trying to move him around the board. You're going to start hearing about some other names, some other pieces. We're talking about Abba and Preach, but there are more. And again, this is why I'm thinking about it after watching this video a couple times. Brother Ronan, in 2021, Fresh and Fit was #1 super chatted in the USA and 13 in the world. This year, 2022, Fresh and Fit projected to be #1 again in the USA and #3 in the world. Yeah, man, they're definitely bringing in They're bringing in the love. They're bringing in the bread, right? But they're not motivated by that money. Again, all that super chat money goes right back into equipment. I'm saying just a little bit of equipment I have, man. It costs a pretty penny. You can rack up 10 grand quick. Just getting lights, microphones, soundboards, monitors. You can rack up quite, you know what I mean? You can rack up quite the amount of money. Brother on Fresh and Fit is growing faster than any YouTube channel, and everyone wanted the clout. Absolutely. We got Brother Marcus in the house. What's good, Devil Dog? That is my, you know what I mean? It's my people out here. We got Navy in here. We got the Marine Corps in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I love the Marines because I love the way they pray. I love the way they pray. This is it.
This is my rifle.
There are many like it, but this one is mine. Shout out to all my Marines out there. Whenever they hear that, they stand up. Whenever they hear that, they stand at attention and they put their hands like this. This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Shout out to you, Brother Marcus. You know what I mean? And yeah, I see the love inside. That's what's up. Brother Roman, the jealousy is real with Alba and Preach. They're not genuine men. I agree with you on that. I agree with you that I can't. If I don't rock with you, man, I don't rock with you. If I got a problem with you, if I don't respect you, I'm not coming to your platform, period. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care. There's some people out there I don't rock with. Text me, email me. I don't care. I'm not fucking with you. Right? There's people out there like, oh, I like to be on your platform. Nah, bro. Not over here, man. Stay over there. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Stay over there. If I don't respect you, I can't rock with you. I don't care, man. All money ain't good money. You understand? All money ain't good money. So if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, period. So anybody that I see out there who's out here doing this fuck shit, bro, yeah, I'm gonna look at them a certain way. I'm not gonna trust them. Alba and Preach. You know what I mean? They're in the comedy business. They should know better, bro. It's people like that, though. I've dealt with them in the comedy world. Same thing. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't care how big you are. I don't care who you rep by. I don't care. Right? If you a shitbag, you a shitbag. Period. If you a shitbag, you a shitbag, man. Stay the fuck over there. Because I don't. And there's a lot of people in that comedy game. They know who they are. I ain't rocking with them. They know to stay away from me. To this day, I don't forget. You know what I mean? I don't forget. But it is what it is, man. Sister Candace, Fresh and Fit has never been in support of anyone being deplatformed, banned, etc., even if they are were adversaries. Alba and Preach was a huge lesson, especially after they were invited on the platform and into MYRON's home. Exactly. That's the part that got me. That's the part that got me. You know what I mean? And like when that's the part that got me, bro. That just wasn't cool. You know what I mean? It just wasn't cool. What We Know podcast, one of the dudes that used to work for Fresh and Fit pull up in the middle of the show trying to fight MYRON. MYRON had to grab that thing. Yeah. You know, and that was again, that was a dude trying to get clout. He was one of the associates. That was him and another dude was the reason why their 100,000 party went bad. Right? Just keeping it 100. Again, MYRON and Fresh they're welcoming, they're cool guys and they're loyal, man. And they'll get the wrong dude in their camp. And then it's like, damn, they got to go deal with it. They got to, get rid of these people. It's tough. You know what I mean? But they're getting better at it, man. They're getting better at it. That's right, Brother Marcus. Full Metal Jacket never gets old. This show doesn't. You know what I mean? Convo and Chill with Tommy B. What's good? We got the Navy up in this joint. What up with you, Brother Tommy? Good to see you, brother. You know what I mean? Good to see you. Just gonna catch up with the chat. I think we about caught up. Brother Marcus, What We Know podcast facts. I don't give a fuck who it is you break into a person's home business. You gotta stand your ground laws, and that's what it is. Yeah, I mean, the guy stepped inside the home. Like MYRON knew what he was doing. He's former law enforcement. He's trained. He had his weapon on him. There's no way he was not going to put rounds on target. He did the right thing, in my opinion. There was no need to take the man's life, especially some guy who's out here dumb enough looking for clout. This is how people get themselves killed for nothing. You know what I mean? Do not go into someone's home in a red state like Florida Don't do it. You come into my house, like I say, man, I'm never anywhere in my home where I don't have a weapon in arm's reach. Never. You come in my house, you getting towed up, man. You getting carried out of here. So for those people out there looking for clout, man, that is find another way to get it. Find another way to get it. You know what I mean? Brother Tommy, I might need to rerun I've Preach or Bad and Fresh and Fit are good. I'm confused. Yeah, bro, it's some, we could talk about it offline, man. It's a long story, bro. But the video we're watching kind of touches on that aspect of an overall story that we're talking about here. And what we're talking about here really is vetting your homeboys, right? Brother Tommy's from the streets like I'm from the streets, man. He's from the West Coast. It's way different, but he can understand. I bet you he'll agree with me. You need to vet your homeboys. I think you should vet them harder than you vet your women, honestly, because these dudes can get you into it. They can cause you to lose your life in more than one way. You know what I mean? You need to vet your homeboys, and that's what we're talking about. So, yeah, you definitely have to go back to the beginning and watch this. Jumping in at this point is going to be real confusing, but I don't rock with I've Preach, bro. I don't. You know what I mean? I can't fuck with that, bro. The way that they did that, and maybe that's the only time they did it. I don't care, man. The way they did that was just Sister Candace, if MYRON was in prior law enforcement and emotionally sound, old boy would have got more than just the attention that night. Absolutely. Absolutely. And MYRON knew what time it was, bro. He knew that once he realized that guy wasn't really trying to do nothing, yeah, it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? And MYRON spoke on it. It wasn't worth it. But Carlo with the chat here, I want to get back to the let's get back to the video. And let's definitely talk about, you know, like, again, we're going to hear some more names that come up in this video, right? We're going to see some more pawn pieces on this board, and we're going to see who was moving these pieces around, bro. And it looks like Kevin was.
I want to fucking fry those. I didn't care. This was my mistake. It was my mistake. I should not have let Kevin talk me out of it. I was heated and I was upset. And Kevin says, Donovan, you're emotional right now, and that's okay. Okay? He says, you're upset, you're pissed off. He said, take a couple of days and think about what you're about to do. He said, just take a couple of days. If you decide you want to do it, that's fine. But he said, don't do it right now while you're angry. I said, okay, you know what? All right, fine. Okay, he's got a point. I was pissed, I was heated. Cool. 48 hours was not enough to quell the flame. I called up Kevin. I was like, yo, I'm getting ready to fry these fuckers. Kevin spent an hour and a half on the phone with me, convincing me not to do this response video to that original I've Preach. By this time, guys, the floodgates had opened. MYRON had already fucked up and did the thing about Preach's wife. All hell broke loose.
And he's right about that. MYRON did fuck up, and MYRON and Fresh fucked up, and they both owned it. They said they made a mistake. They apologized, right? And there's a lot of people in the red spill. You never apologize. Yeah, you do. Sometimes you do need to apologize, especially when you cross the line like that. They apologized, right? Twice to my memory. They apologized to their followers. You know what I mean? There's not even their followers, man. Like their subscribers. You know what I mean? Their supporters. I believe MYRON and Fresh like to refer to the subs as supporters, right? They apologize to supporters. They apologize to all the people that they, you know, talked about. You know what I mean? Albert Preach, you know, Preacher's wife. They said they were wrong, right? They did. I gotta get it to them. They did apologize, bro. They did. They walked into it. They stepped into it, but it was too late. I didn't have a platform back then. If I had a platform, I absolutely would have went on and went off about that, the way that they moved on that. And I'm talking about what I've Preach did. I absolutely, because I hit them up. I hit up MYRON. By this time, I'm cool with MYRON and Fresh. I hit him up, bro, like, yo, what the hell? You know what I mean? I went down there and talked to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I'm privy to some information. I'm not going to speak on it, but you know what I mean? We talked. We sat down and talked. I let them know where I stand. When I rock with you, I rock with you. I'm like, bro, I'm with you. What's up? I got a passport, man. What's up? We going to Canada? For real. That's how I was looking at it. You know what I mean? That's before my passport had issues. I'm still working on getting my passport freed out of passport jail, but I'm going to get it. Let's continue.
All hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. MYRON and Fresh were eviscerated by everyone. They lost 40,000 subscribers. Everyone was piling on them. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And there was dude, every fucking day. I don't know what, and for whatever.
And then we know about this. You know, that's when MYRON dug in, and MYRON and Fresh dug in, and you're like, you know what? They did what they had to do. They made their apologies, right? And then they set their new standard. This is our standard. No more oxygen. That's why they don't do that cooking thing. They don't put the little chef's hat on, and they don't do that no more, right? They just ignore the bullshit. They just push forward. That's what they do. They just continue. What are they? That's where, while they hate, we create. That's when that came about. And that's what they've been doing. Yes, they lost all of 40, 50,000 subs. They lost them all. But where they at now? Over 1 million today. Over 1 million. So whatever they decided to do seemed to work. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Let's jump to the next time hack. It was 1825. And I encourage you guys, go out and watch this video, y'all. Go watch this video in its entirety, man. Like, again, I can't praise Brother Donovan enough for putting this out there.
If I took the Fresh and Fit side, that my channel would be deleted because I was already under attack from Anthony Johnson, right? But the longer things went, the worse it got. Every week, dude, I'm talking to Kevin. I'm like, Kevin, this is fucked up. This is absolutely fucking fucked up. He's like, Donovan, don't do it. He's like, don't do it. You're angry. You're upset. You've built your brand and this and that and the third. MYRON's got this Miss Cheeks pregnant. He raped a white girl. You don't know what Walter Weeks, a.k.a. Fresh. You don't know what his past is like. These guys are bad news. They're bad eggs. They're bad apples. And I'm like, I just couldn't. I just couldn't. And
let me stop it there for just 1 second. I want to address Brother Tommy's question. Why didn't they take the fade? So here's the thing. And Brother Tommy, we gotta split it up a little bit, because the way we would handle it and the way that they're handling it, two completely different things, right? Because they're not of our world. Real talk. And we're not of theirs. And that MYRON and Fresh, Abba and Preach, they're not of our world. All that little stuff that Abba and Preach talks, like they want to act like they tough, man. They ain't of our world. So we can't say fade. But Fresh came out like, hey man, we can get to the ring, we can make some money. Let's fight. Like all the YouTubers are doing, they want to go box, right? Fresh said that. Then Abba and Preach, they did their thing, to get their people behind them, and they were talking big. Bottom line, and like Fresh got the receipts to prove it, and you can watch Adam Sosnick's show when they had Preach on there, because even Adam was saying we could set this up. Abba and Preach didn't want to get into the ring with MYRON and Fresh, MYRON and or Fresh. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to box for money. Fresh and them was like, yo, let's do it for, I think it was 100,000. I guess Abba and Preach said they had 20,000. And then Abba and Preach was saying, see, they don't want to fight. They're just lying. They're just saying this and that. Well, MYRON and Fresh is like, nah, bro, let's set this up. Right. So, go back to Sosnick, Adam Sosnick, Valuetainment, Adam Sosnick's SOS cast. They had Preach on there recently, and I broke that down. You can go back into my, go back into my playlist. I broke that down. Adam from Adam Sosnick had Preach there, and was like, Preach was still talking that madness. He said these things about my culture, about my wife, about this and that. I'm gonna fight these dudes, whatever. Sosnick like, I could set it up. Oh no, I don't. It's over now. It's over. It's dead. No, so I was like, no, we can set this up, bro. You want to get into the ring? We can set it up. We got Patrick Bet-David over here, bro. He's like, well, they wanted 100,000 or whatever the number was, and Abba and Preach was like, oh, we only got 20 grand or whatever. That could have been worked out, bro. So as far as the fade goes, man, Abba and Preach really didn't want it. You know what I mean? MYRON and Fresh, yeah, they about it. They'll get into the ring. But Abba and Preach don't want the smoke, bro. And I was, even when that jumped off, when that originally jumped off, I was in their chat, Abba and Preach's chat, talking to these folks like, look, man, if that dude said something about my loved ones, like they said, that, because what MYRON and Fresh said was foul. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If they said that about my people, yeah, and I'm coming to see you. Like, you straight up, I'm coming for the fade, man. Fuck the cameras. But if you're gonna say we're gonna throw some money on you, $100,000, and I get to beat your ass in the ring, yeah, bro. I'm taking that money all day, every day. Like, there's no way you're going to talk me out of that. And after I get you in the ring, I'm going to catch you outside the ring. I'm going to put the real knuckles on you. You know what I'm saying? So, but they ain't from my world and I'm not from their world, man. So this all boiled down to just a whole bunch about nothing. Really, for Auburn Preachers was a way to get the likes up. You know what I mean? So that's what happened with the fade, in my opinion, brother. You know what I'm saying? It was on Auburn Preach side for real. And the receipts are out there. Like, you know, Fresh to show you like, yo, man, we ready to do this. What's up? You know what I mean? But they didn't, you know, all the other stuff was just bullshit talk coming from Auburn Preach, man. For real, for real. And I ain't mad at them again. It was all about, you know what I mean? It's about clicks and likes and views. Auburn Preach, like everybody else, is using Fresh and Fit to get those views and get their money up. Shit, man, I'm guilty of it. I break down Fresh and Fit shit all the time. I ask first. Like, yo, can I do this? They're like, yeah, bro, go ahead. Yo, I break down their stuff all the time. But I'm not going to lie on them. I'm not going to hate on them. Right? There's this faction of people who do it. And Donovan's about to start talking about that. So let's get into that real quick.
I honestly thought he had my best interest at heart. I really did. Okay. All right, Kevin. You're doing this because, you know, you want to stick up. Okay. All right, cool. You don't want me to lose my channel. All right. Okay. All right. So the Auburn Preach thing started to settle down a little bit. But then O'Shea started talking shit about MYRON and Fresh. O'Shea, the lead attorney, started piling on MYRON and Fresh. And so what I did is I didn't make a response video to all of their detractors. It was too late by then, which fucking blew. Nope. I decided to replay the video of my response to O'Shea's accusations that I tried to start a Black 21 convention behind his back. As soon as that video played, guys, as soon as that video played, Kevin called me immediately. He said, Donovan, what the fuck? I was like, what are you talking about? Why are you reopening old wounds and da-da-da-da-da-da? We had a shouting match. And in the end, Kevin says, Donovan, I can't swim with you anymore. He said this to me. He said, I can't swim with you anymore. He said, we're still friends. Here's
the part right here, man. Like this right here, Donovan could have edited this out, man. This brother was brought to tears because he's thinking about the guy that he rocked with. The guy's no longer with us, man. Good, bad, or ugly, it doesn't matter. The man is gone. That was his homeboy. He's still hurt, man. And ain't nothing wrong with that, man, dealing with the pain, bro. For anybody out here in the manosphere, the red pill space to think, well, I'm a alpha, I'm a red pill, that means I don't hurt, man. You got the world fucked up, cuz. You hurt the most, man. It's how you deal with that pain. It's how you deal with it. And again, for all the gangbangers out there, man, I'm not affiliated. We said cuz a lot in Cincinnati, man. Cousin. We would say cousin. And like the old dudes, like the real old school guys would say young blood, right? It's a Midwest thing. So we would say cuzzo. Like, what's up, cuzzo? You know what I mean? So, and then a lot of times, because I spent so much time in LA, you'll hear cuz slip out. I'm not gang affiliated. So I want y'all to know that. But it is the way that I talk, right? I got so many different dialects in my head because I done lived all over America. So it just comes out. But where I'm from, it's like, nah, cuzzo. Like, that's just so y'all know. I just want to get that disclaimer out there, man. I don't want nobody hitting me up thinking I'm affiliated. I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit about nobody's neighborhood equally, bro. It is what it is. I'm from Avondale, A1. That's the only neighborhood I care about, right? And I ain't putting in work for my neighborhood because we wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying? We was hustling and doing other things in Cincinnati. So I just want to get that out there, right? Off rip. But back to what we're talking about. Donovan is hurt, bro. He's hurt, man. That's his dude, man. His dude was like, I'm not rocking with you no more, bro. He could have edited this out, but he didn't. You can see the pain, bro. And I'm going to tell you who else was hurt. MYRON was hurt, bro. When he found out about Kevin, man, MYRON was hurt. Right? Fresh was hurt. It's real talk, man. I ain't making this shit up, man. Go back and watch the episode when they found out, bro. You can see it. When they found out, man, he was hurt.
And it sucks that I have to admit this. But Kevin's last words to me were, we're still friends, but for me, no mas.
He never got to speak to him again, bro. Next thing he know, he found out he gone. You gonna tell me you ain't gonna feel that hurt, bro? Ain't no pills gonna fix that. Red pill, blue pill, purple pill, banana pill. Ain't no pills gonna fix that pain, bro. You see that pain, it hurts him to this day. Till this day, it's always gonna, he's gonna take that to his grave. You feel me? Ain't no getting around that, people. Just so y'all know, man, that's how life is, bro. We lose good ones, we lose bad ones, but it doesn't matter. If that's your people, that's your people.
And he hung up the phone. That's the last time I ever talked to Kevin Samuels. And I know I told guys, and listen, I lied to you guys. I did. The reason I lied to you guys is because I didn't want anybody to speak poorly about Kevin. Yeah, there were grumblings of this and that, but, you know, I told you guys that Kevin kept me in the loop and that Kevin didn't do any of that stuff, man. Kevin didn't do any of that stuff. As soon as Kevin hit 150,000 subscribers, he never really had anything to do with me again. Not on the air anyway.
Can y'all feel Donovan's pain? Like, brother Donovan is hurting right now, bro. Again, he could have cut all this shit out. This was edited. He could have cut this out. He chose not to, man. He's going to share that pain. He wants y'all to see, man. He's being transparent right now. That was his dude. You're going to really see what he's struggling with.
Right? The last time I had him on the air, I think he had 150-something thousand subscribers. He never came on the show again. He never had me on the show again. He never shouted me out on his show. He shouted out Obsidian, who does nothing but who spent 3 years bad mouthing me. He shouted out O'Shea on his show, who does nothing, who did a bunch of shit talking about me, but he wouldn't shout me out. It's not like, and listen, man, Kevin didn't know me anything. He didn't know me anything.
Yeah, he did, bro. I'm sorry, brother Donovan. Yes, he did. You was rocking with him from the very beginning, right? You was rocking with him when nobody else really would. Like, who was dude? Yeah, he owes you a little something, bro. I mean, I just keeping it 100, bro. Like, he meant a lot to you, brother. Talking to brother Donovan right now, man. I can see how much Kevin meant to you. Yes, he did owe you something, man. Right? And I ain't talking about the money and the clout and all that. But he can't even acknowledge you, man. He can't even acknowledge you. He owed you that, man. I'm sorry, bro. But this is what I mean, man. Vetting your crew, man. Vet your clan. You got to vet them, bro. Brother Donovan should have saw that, yo, this guy right here ain't really, I ain't going to rock with him like that. He could be an associate and understand. Like, he's going to use me. I'm going to use him. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe we get to the next level. Maybe we don't. It is what it is. But Donovan had a blind loyalty to this cat. Like, Donovan was bought in. All 100. And Kevin was just like, whatever, bro. That sucks, man. Yes, he did owe you.
But goddamn, like Kevin, like I'm the guy who had Kevin Samuels on the most. I am the channel that Kevin Samuels appeared on the most, and it's not close. It's not close. The very first time I had Kevin Samuels on was 4 years ago. He's been on my platform 47 times. Nobody else can say that.
And just based on that alone, man, he should show you some acknowledgement, bro. Shout out to Donovan Sharpe. He put me on. Oh, you rock with him? I don't rock with him anymore, but shout out to Donovan Sharpe. He put me on. That's what Kevin should have been saying, but he wasn't saying that. He owed you that, Brother Donovan. He did. Let's catch up with the chat. Brother Cody is king. I keep forgetting they're from Canada. That was talking about Auburn Preach. Sister Candace was like, whoa, stop the cap. Brother Marcus, that's fact. Both are recorded in live stream interviews, both what DL Saint quoted about Myron, Abba, and Valuetainment. Yeah, man. Like the offer is still there. I'll be honest with you. That offer for them to get into the ring is still there. The money and all that is still there. Right? It's still there. And I'm gonna tell you this. Fresh still about it. I know Myron about it. They'll get in the ring. Fresh is still about it. So, man, like Auburn Preach was just on that, getting clicks and all that kind of shit. Brother Cody would have been very entertaining. It definitely would have been. You know what I mean? Just like, hopefully this Paul and Tate fight. I know where my money's going. D Block 864, Donovan Sharpe just challenged Preach to a boxing match. They never responded. They never will, brother. You know that. They never will. Purple Pill Pie, what's up? Shout out to Purple Pill Pie in the house. What's good, man? Big facts. Thanks for coming through. Sister Candace, thank you for getting the likes up and for the engagement chat. Yeah, thank y'all so much, y'all. I'm so focused on the content. Thank you to all the mods out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank y'all enough. I'm working on some stuff right now. I'm telling you, beginning of next year, I got something for y'all. My day ones, my mods, I got something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait. I can't wait to make that happen. You know what I mean? Brother Timmy Deal, I can't stand the lead attorney. Yeah, we're about to get into that. I'm not a fan of the lead attorney. I don't use him in that strong a sense. Like I can't stand him. It's not that. But I started messing around with that side of YouTube, and I stay away from, like I said before, man, certain people I'm not gonna rock with, man. No hard feelings, nothing like that. But I'm not fucking with you. You know what I mean? There's certain people out there I'm just not gonna fuck with. And here's the thing: if I was about the money, you wanna rock with the lead attorney. That's black YouTube right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a G. You want to. And now the people I rock with him. You know what I mean? Suzette Speaks, shout out to her. She rocks with him. I ain't mad. I encourage her to. Melanie King, shout out to her. She rocks with him. I'm not. All money ain't good money, fam. Remember that. Brother Marcus, yo, shout out to the Purple Pill. Salute to you. You've hosted some of the good people I know on your podcast. Yes. Purple Pills had Sir Hell Speaks on there. Black Man Unfiltered on there. Sister TJ's been on there. You know what I mean? They're doing good work over there in Dallas. Shout out to Purple Pill Podcast, Fresh and Fit Dallas Cornerstone. Shout out to all y'all, for real. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm watching you, man. Y'all growing good. Hell, I've had Purple Pill on this show. I'll be able to say, remember when you did my show? You know what I'm saying? When they continuing to take off, man. They getting good traction over there, Purple Pill. Keep doing what y'all doing. Sister Candace, there's a difference between wanting someone to eat and wanting someone to eat at your table. Seems like KS didn't want anyone to eat. Yeah, bro. There's enough money for everybody, bro. And I'm with you on that, sis. There's people like that, man. There's people like that in this world. It's up to you to find out who they are and stay away from them. If you rock with them, you get what you get. And when it goes bad, own it. Like Brother Donovan is owning it. He's owning it. Right? Let's continue.
Nobody else can say that. But as soon as he started getting DMs from Brittany Renner and Cam Newton and Future, that was it. He forgot all about me, man. And that shit hurts, man. That shit, oh my God, dude. That hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. Like I said, but he's owning it.
It really fucking hurts. It fucking hurts, man. And like I said, I didn't expect anything in return from Kevin, but I didn't expect him to try to turn me against one of my closest friends because of some personal vendetta. Because it's about this. So let's say that I foolishly decide to do the whole, publicly disputing Myron Gaines. Now, Myron and Fresh won't have anything to do with me. Kevin is off doing videos with Future, making appearances on ATL. Where does that leave me? Nobody.
Right. And I think the reason he brought this up, the reason he pointed this out is because he was contemplating it. He was contemplating it. He knew he had to choose. He knew he had to choose. Either I'm going to rock with KS or I'm going to rock with Myron and Fresh. He knew it. Luckily, he chose correctly. He chose wisely. Because had he chose Kevin, yeah, he would have been left in the cold. And that's what he's telling you. I couldn't even get a shot out, bro. You rocking with all these people, you can't even. It's like what Sister Kansas was saying. You ain't even gonna let me eat, bro. You taking all of it. You ain't gonna give me no crumbs, nothing. And I'm the one who put you on. I'd be mad too. But I wouldn't be sad. Like he's hurt. Like I'd be angry.
I'm a man without a fucking island. Man, I flew Kevin out here. Anyway, man. Kevin's not a bad dude, guys. He's really not. We all have our frailties. We all have our weaknesses. We all have some shit with us. Like, I get it. But one thing, you can say what you want about Myron Gaines. You can say whatever you want about him, man. But that dude is ride or fucking die. That dude is ride or die. I talk to Myron every other day. This dude's about to hit 1 million fucking subscribers. Myron is friends with celebrities, Adam22, Tekashi69, George. I mean, dude, he rubs elbows with the who's who of who's who. He still calls me, man. We still text back and forth. 800,000 plus subscribers. And he still treats me like a friend. I didn't hear much of anything from Kevin after he hit 150. So that's the real story. That's the real story. That's what happened with that's what happened with the Kevin Samuels, Myron Gaines situation.
Yeah, man, they're keeping it 100, bro. He's keeping it 100. God, I gotta give him his credit for this, man, because gotta give him his props, his flowers, man. He didn't have to do this, brother Donovan didn't have to do this, man. He really didn't. He really didn't. Cody is king. WDL, appreciate that. Sister Candace, KS retracted the ladder and Fresh and Fit shot your channel out the other night, brother DL. Yes, they did. It was last night, as a matter of fact. In fact, whenever I jump on there, if I'm watching and I'm throwing the super chat or whatever, they'll shout me out. A lot of people are like, well, because you see the super chat, you're paying for it. Nah, man. Like when they were thinking of all the people to thank when they reached 1 million, they was hollering my name too. I wasn't even on the show. I wasn't in the chat. I watched it on the replay. They was hollering my name. I ain't paid for that, bro. That's just being real. That's just going down there and putting in work and adding value and being real. Right? It was like last night, you know what I mean? Myron was like, yo, you know what I mean? He shouted out this podcast and it was like, man, go over there. He called me the OG. He's done that a couple times. You can't buy that, bro. I be telling folks like, you can't buy that. He was like, yo, he the OG, man. What does that tell me? That means Myron is ninja watching this platform. That's what that tells me. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Fresh and Fit, man. Because I'm part of that clan. They part of my clan. That's how I roll. Even my dudes like, well, I know them yo guys. My dudes don't fuck with Fresh and Fit. They don't fuck with the platform. They think all of it's nonsense. We're old men. But they're like, them yo guys though. So what's up? It's cool. That's how your clan should be, bro. Right or wrong, your clan gonna be with you. And I'm with these dudes, man. I rock with Myron and Fresh, man. You know what I'm saying? I rock with them. Period. I can't tell you. I done told y'all time and time again the stuff that Fresh has done for me when I'm in Miami, man. Shit that he absolutely doesn't have to do. You know what I mean? Yo, come pull up, man. All right, I'll pull up. End of the night, he taking me back to the hotel, dropping me off, man. You know what I mean? Making sure I'm good. Like, where you at? He's telling me, he don't have to do any of this. You know what I'm saying? Myron shot me a text this morning. I hit him up like, hey, man, I say, hey, man, I'm almost monetized, man. I just want to thank you so much, bro. You know what I mean? Without y'all, I know I wouldn't have this success. And he was like, man, you doing the work. Congratulations, brother. You doing the work. He ain't have to send that. Fresh Shot hit me up too. Yeah, I communicate with Fresh more than Myron because I'm out and about and Myron's in. You know what I'm saying? But when we get together, bro, it's all love, man. And that's, y'all got to vet y'all homies, bro. Y'all got to vet these dudes, man. Be careful who you rock with, man. Know who you dealing with. I wish that Donovan Sharpe had done that. He could have saved himself some real heartache, man. Some real heartache. Kevin cut him off and it hurt, man. I feel his pain. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Let's jump to the next one. We're almost done. We're going to jump up to the next one. See, 2610. That's close enough. Sister Candace, you got to stay humble. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Stay humble. Keep pushing. Stay humble. Don't forget where you come from, player. Don't ever forget where you come from. Ever. I'll never forget where I came from, bro. Never forget those struggles early on in life. Never take for granted where I am right now and the things I can provide for my daughter. Never. You know what I mean? Brother Timothy, so proud of you, big homie. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep pushing, bro. We need to be the example. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rod Eric. Right? We need to lead from the front. Why y'all think I always say that shit? Keep leading from the front, gentlemen. I say that shit to Fresh and Fit. Right? I say that shit to Melanie King. I say that shit to anybody who's out there who's willing to put themselves out there in the front and take rounds. Keep leading from the front. You know when people coming for you, keep leading from the front. And I'm so proud when I hear other people saying that in their messages. Keep leading from the front. I'll be sitting back smiling like, yeah. Because they get it. You know what I mean? They get it. And a lot of people probably don't even realize where it came from. Like they just saying it. They don't even know where it came from. And they don't need to know. Just keep leading from the front, people. Let's continue.
It hurt to see him shouting out and, you know, giving people like, dude, he'd go on these huge podcasts, Vlad TV, and talk about one of the most influential men is Obsidian. And I'm like, dude, like Obsidian had you on his channel 3 times, man. Like, dude, I flew you out. I put you up in a hotel, man. I gave you a platform when nobody knew who the fuck you were. But this dude Obsidian, who clearly is hating on me, any chance he get, he's talking shit about me, and you want to shout him out? But then you don't want to say anything about me? And I lied to you guys. I said, Kevin, I lied to you guys, Kevin, and I told you guys Kevin wanted to shout me out, but I told him, please don't do it. It was never like that. It was never like that at all, man. It was never like that at all. Kevin never had an intention. He never had any intention on shouting me out. God forbid Kevin Samuels admit that he's friends with Donovan Sharpe. All right.
He's dealing with, y'all. He's dealing with that pain to this day. And most of that pain is the fact that Kevin is gone. And they never got an opportunity, you know what I mean, to come back together and break bread as brothers. Because this is how their relationship worked. It seems to me that it was rocky like that, on off or whatever. They never got that chance to come back, you know what I mean, and break bread as brothers, man. Like I say, he's got to carry that with him for the rest of his life.
So the one regret that I have, man, the one regret that I've many regrets. I do. I've got many regrets, but one of my great regrets was not going on blind instinct when I saw that Auburn preach video come right up here and fucking cook those. I should have done that straight away.
You see that this is an edited thing, right? You see the clips, the jumps. He was editing. He left the good stuff in there, yo. He just took out some strong words. That's how I get it. I'm pretty sure he took out some strong words, right? But he's right, though, man. He should have. I know I was hot. I didn't have a platform. One of the reasons why I got a platform now, I was hot. Like, that's wrong. Not just because I rock with Fresh and Fit. That's wrong. As men, you shouldn't move like that. That's wrong. And if you are an honorable man, you need to learn how to filter out those dudes who are not honorable. That's what this whole breakdown is about, y'all. This ain't about my love for Fresh and Fit, my love for the red pill. No, this is a teachable moment. Let's learn from Brother Donovan.
I allowed a man who was old and wiser and smarter than me. I allowed him to manipulate me for his own purposes. Does this mean Kevin Samuels was a bad guy? Of course not. Kevin Samuels, he was and always will be one of my best friends. But that was fucked up. That was fucked up. He was not thinking about me in that situation. He was only thinking about himself. He made me think that he was looking out for himself. He made me think that he was looking out for me. He wasn't looking out for me. No. He wanted Myron and Fresh gone so that he could own the 10 o'clock hour.
You see what I mean about owning it? He's being 100. He's like, damn, you know how hard it is to sit there and be like, yeah, somebody used me. Yeah, I was the pawn. Right? But he wasn't the only one. The lead attorney, O'Shea, Auburn Preach, all pawns. Right? Probably half a dozen others that wasn't even covered in this. All pawns.
This dude almost had me sever one of my longest standing and most trusted relationships so that he could own a slot. And it damn near cost me my friendship with Myron. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. So there you have it. There you have it. That's the whole story, man. Dude, that is the whole story. I mean, that's the story verbatim. Maybe some of the phone conversations maybe had one or two words off. That's how these phone calls went, man. That's how these phone calls went. Kevin decided to pick a fight with Myron and Fresh because he was on his way up, and Myron and Fresh represented a speed bump, even though they had both been streaming at the same time for about the same time. And in the end, as soon as Kevin saw an opportunity, when now all of a sudden, Auburn Preach are above reproach. Everything they say is gospel. Now that they're speaking out against Myron and Fresh. So I'm glad I was able to get that off my chest. You know, I didn't want to make this public or anything like that, but that's what happened, man. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And like I
and there it is, bro. Like there's one last segment we're gonna jump on here in a second. One last second. We're gonna catch up with the chat, and then we're gonna do this last little bit, and then we're done. But do y'all see what I mean when I say, man, it's really important that you vet your team. It's really important y'all vet y'all team, man. Be careful who you let inside the gates, ladies and gentlemen. Be very careful who you let inside the gates. Brother Tim, Nina. Talking about Nina the pineapple. Oh, no, or Nina Unrated. Probably talking about Nina Unrated. Yes, Nina Unrated was a pawn. Yes, you're right. Nina Unrated. She was a pawn as well. And again, I'm not mad, bro. You want to make these kind of political moves, you know what I'm saying? Good for you. You know what I'm saying? You using your Machiavelli skills, right? You are applying the art of warfare. Shout out to Sun Tzu, right? Good for you. But shame on you if you don't, still other people. Shame on you for not catching that. I never met Kevin Samuels, bro, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Denmark 23. On a side note, Kevin was a client of Tommy Sotomayor and called in his show. Yeah. Yes. Tommy was talking about that. And the brother continues. So how did Kevin Samuels get the title Godfather, which is undeserved? I mean, it is what it is, man. Somebody probably called him the Godfather, whatever, and it stuck. You know what I mean? It just happens, bro. Right. And definitely Rolo and Tommy are the Godfathers. Yeah, depending on how long you've been into this. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how long you've been into it. And I agree with you. But this thing is owned by the users, man. It is the supporters who come up with the nicknames and make things stick and this and that. It is what it is, man. But as an individual, man, you got to know who you're rocking with. Brother Donovan should have known who he was rocking with. He just should have. You know what I mean? You have to be a better judge of character, man. You have to. You have to hold yourself to account. When you let these kind of people into your into your camp, man. And if they wreak havoc, then that's on you. You know what I mean? KO. Easy Bands was on the whole A&P situation pop off, Adam Pre situation pop off. Yeah, who's Easy Bands? See, I'm still new to this, y'all. I really don't know. I know bits and pieces. I know my little piece. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you just got to know who you dealing with, bro. If you dealing with a grimy dude, know you dealing with that grimy dude, man. Like in the movie, like the Godfather trilogy, right? Luca Brasi was a demon. He was the beast. The Godfather was afraid of him. You know what I mean? Everybody, all the gangsters was afraid of Luca Brasi. The guy was a beast. You couldn't control him. Yeah, but the Godfather dealt with him. That was his hitter. That was his number one dude. That was his enforcer. You know what I mean? But the Godfather knew what he was dealing with. He knew what he was dealing with. The real Godfather. I'm talking about the gangster movies. You know, I'm talking about the Corleones. You know what I mean? So Vito Corleone knew. He was like, man, he was deathly afraid of Luca Brasi, but that was his right hand. That was his enforcer. That's who he went to go see. Man, go see these people. Right? So the Godfather knew who he was dealing with. You got to know who you're dealing with so you don't get caught up. So you're not surprised about outcomes. That's all I'm saying. What We Know podcast. Thank you for the free game. Vet your homies is real. Shit, yes, it is. And y'all are welcome. This is something we all need to know. Gary 104, 576. Alpha M also has a similar story like this about KS saying KS stole one of his courses. Yeah, someone said that earlier in the chat. Like I say, bro. Like I said, man, all money ain't good money, but some people, money is everything. You got to look out for those people where money is everything. KO, he's a Fresh and Fit supporter. That's what's up. That's what's up. Last call for insight with the emoji. So let's finish it up, man. This is the last part right here. Let's this last little bit.
He's like, I know you're still friends with Kevin, and I know that we have this long history. He says, but for the good of he said, I think it would be a good time for us to call a truce. I think it would be. He said, I think it would send a positive message.
And Donovan's talking about Myron. Myron hit up Donovan Sharpe and said, hey, man, I think it's a good time to call the truth. This is the truth, bro. I know this for a fact.
To the red pill community to see that, hey, you know what? Even though brothers can sometimes have, a disagreement, they can always come back together for the greater good. He said, I know it's going to be tough to convince him. He says, but if he's willing to do it, then so am I. Myron called me up and told me this. He called me up and told me this. He says, look, he's like, I'm not asking you to do anything, but if you want, he said, reach out to him and see what's going on. He said, don't tell him that I asked you, because if he thinks I'm asking you, if he thinks I'm asking him, he's not going to be as receptive to the idea. He says, you just have to make it sound like I was like, I think it's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. Dude, Myron and Kevin with a truce? That's a win-win. That's a W. That's a W. So I texted Kevin. I said, Kevin, look, man, I just talked to Myron. Give me a call as soon as you can. A couple hours later, Kevin calls me up. I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, before you start. This is what Kevin said. He said, before you start, the answer is no.
You know what I'm saying? You can't work with that, man. You can't work with that. Before you start, the answer is no. Like, damn, bro, you ain't even going to hear it out? You're not even going to hear it out. You got to know what you're dealing with. It sounds like Kevin had no intention of rocking with these boys. Again, all over the money. Or maybe it was his plan. I'm gonna play hard to get. And then when it made more sense, i.e. when Fresh and Fit surpassed him, then he probably would have wanted to rock with him to get the bread. That's just how some people rock. But he ain't lying about Myron. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Myron was very, very disappointed in the fact that he were never able to make things right with Kevin. I think those are the words he used. We couldn't make things right. And that doesn't mean that they did anything wrong. He just wanted he just wanted it to be cool. Like, bro, let's just be cool, man. There's no need for this. Let's just sit down like men and be cool, man. That's all Myron wanted, bro. He catches all this heat, all this bullshit, man, from YouTubers, people who don't know him and stuff like that. But when it's somebody he knows, like, bro, he's out there trying to make it right. Fresh too. They're out there trying to make it right, man. They don't want to walk around with that. You know what I mean? Like, you rarely hear me say energy, but for lack of a better term, they don't want that negative energy on them. It's not them. But what are you supposed to do when it's somebody else who would, you know what I mean? They just, you can't deal with them. Now, personally, I cut people off, but you just can't keep cutting folks off. You know what I mean? Especially someone you know you're going to have to deal with. They're juggernauts in the same field. We're going to have to deal with this guy. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at this dude. It is what it is. They could have had us sit down and talk to him about, like, bro, you the one got a problem with this money. It's not us. That's you. You know what I mean? Deal with your issues, man. But we cool, bro. So there it is right there, man. Shout out to Donovan Sharpe for putting that out there. This is something we can all learn from. Gentlemen, y'all all worried about these women. Y'all worried about these 304s. Y'all worried about getting some sexual access, trying to get some Foxy Brown. This is where y'all mindset is. And you let just any old dude come up in your camp. Just any old dude. You ain't vetting nan guy. Right? And when you get success and money start coming your way, you're going to have some snakes come your way, bro. Money come with that. It come with problems, man. More money, more problems. Y'all done heard this before. Right? I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Y'all done heard this before. You got to vet your team. Myron and Fresh got each other, so at least they ain't got to worry about getting snaked out by one another. It's not going to happen. Why? You know what I mean? But everyone else around them, they got to be suspect, bro. You got to vet those people. Make sure these people got your best interests in heart. Make sure they got the mission. They understand the mission and everybody's on board. And above all else, you got to make sure these dudes will ride or die, man. Like Andrew Tate told that story about how his guy got scared because some dudes came up to jump him, and Andrew Tate had to beat up his own dude for bringing weakness into the cipher. That guy endangered Andrew Tate. If you on a situation with your man and something about to jump off and your man starts showing signs of cowardice, that guy's a problem. You got to deal with it. The military deals with it in combat. Someone gives you an order, a legal order to do something, to go forward, and you don't, they can legally take your life on the spot. They can pull out their sidearm and shoot you because you don't want that. That cowardice, man, it spreads, man, like a virus, bro. Can't have that. Can't have that. You know what I mean? So vet your clan, gentlemen. Ladies, vet your clan. Make sure you ain't got them 304s in there. Make sure you ain't got the wrong chick that's going to just come in there. That Jezebel's going to come in there and mess up everything you know work so hard for. Try to steal your guy. You know what I mean? Mess up everything you have going on inside your home. Mess up your situation. Ladies, vet these chicks. Quit hanging out with these 304s unless if that's how you get down. All right, then. Gentlemen, stop hanging out with these guys, man, motivated by money, man, or punk dudes of cowards, man. Weed them out. Vet your clan, bro. It should only be a handful of dudes that's tight like that with you. Right? And when you decide to be loyal to some folks, hold yourself to the highest standard, man. Make sure you loyal. Be there for them. Don't be running when things get bad. Be there for them. You should be running to them, not away from them when the shit gets bad. Right? That's what you want them to do for you. You should be doing that for them. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Thanks for rocking out with me. Yeah, man. I hope y'all learned something. I really do. Thank you to everybody who was here. I can't read everybody's name, but thank y'all so much. Thank you for my day ones. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all straight up. We're growing. We're getting there. We're going to continue to grow. So yeah, man, I'll be back tonight, 6:30 Eastern time. I'm going to have Shamara on, from Black Man Unfiltered's Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shushu. I'm going to have Shushu on tonight. We're going to be talking about Hollywood. We're going to be talking about Black Hollywood, that Hollywood life. If y'all ain't doing nothing, come by. That's going to be 6:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'm excited about that, man, because she's an actress. She's a beautiful sister. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Come from a good family. And we're going to definitely be talking about some stuff, man. That all money ain't good money stuff really applies in Hollywood, bro, because I'm telling you, there's people out there that give you a role, but you got to give them some Foxy Brown or something for that role. And there are people who take it and there are people who don't. So yeah, thank y'all so much, man. I'm about to get out of here. Sister Tia Kiki's in the house. What's good, love? Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. I'm so glad you're here. Shout out to everybody. Last call for insight. You know what I mean? Sister Candace was up in this joint. Sister Tia was in here. Ninja watching. OJ, brother Jose. Brother Ronan. Everybody else that was in here. I'll be 25 minutes trying to name y'all. We had so many today. Thank you. I'll see y'all tonight. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. Man, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.